Alright, guys, welcome back to building our logistics landing page. Over the last few weeks, we've been having a series of classes on how to design a website in WordPress. In the first class, we had an introduction into what we'll be learning. In the second class, we delved into structuring the website and preparing it for the WordPress. We did that on Figma. So that's an added advantage for some of us that don't even know how to know. For some of us that do not know how to use Figma before now, it's an added advantage. Then we went on to how we can create style guides, both typography style guide and color style guide. Today, we will be taking a deep dive into um, what we need to do to get started. We'll be looking at uh, the local. Would also uh, see how we can get started on it, and then finally embark on the journey. All right, so shall we get started? So one more time, what you're seeing, right, is the landing page we'll be working on, except for this section for now. We'll be working on all of this, working on all of these in this class, and we can get started at it. So the very first thing is uh, understanding what we want to learn and work with. All right, so basically, we want to work and build on WordPress, right? So let's see what people are saying regarding what WordPress is. So I'm here now. Let's check out a few of what different websites have to tell us. So first from HubSpot. HubSpot says that WordPress is a content management system that allows you to host and build websites. It contains plugin architecture and a template system so you can customize any website to fit your business, blog, portfolio, or online store. So that's from HubSpot, right? We've seen what HubSpot has to say about what WordPress is. Let's go to WordPress itself and visit the About Us page. So they say the mission of WordPress is to democratize publishing, the freedom to build, the freedom to change, the freedom to share. Let us take a little look at WordPress and what their story is. WordPress started in 2003 when Mike Little and Matt Mullenweg created a fork of P2/Cafelog. The need for an elegant, well-architected personal publishing system was clear even then. Today, WordPress is built on PHP and MySQL and licensed under the GPL v2. It is also the platform of choice for over 43% of all sites across the web. Now, that is a lot. WordPress alone has a choice of over 43% platforms of all websites. The WordPress is open source project and has evolved in progressive ways over time, supported by skilled, enthusiastic developers, designers, scientists, bloggers, and more. Now, people with a limited tech experience can use it out of the box, and more tech savvy folks can customize it in remarkable ways. That's WordPress. Now, let's go to WordPress.com, and the heading says build and grow your WordPress with the best way to WordPress. You can see examples of websites that can be built on WordPress. Examples: you can build blogs, newsletters, bios, you can put on video, you can build your e-commerce platform, you can build courses. That is WordPress for you. Now there are other platforms where you can build websites. We have Webflow, we have Framer, but what we are focusing on right now is this platform. Now, one of the reasons why I like using WordPress to build my websites, and we are running this course, is because it is easy to use. It requires less knowledge of coding, but if you have good at codes, very very powerful for you. You understand? I mean, it's going to be very powerful for you. WordPress is simple to use. It's not really complex, and also you can run it as your personal business as far as you know what you are doing and how to go about it. So, I think with this little knowledge, we can make progress. However, I would like us to read one more thing about WordPress. So, we are going to use Hostinger. Now, Hostinger is a hosting platform. On Hostinger, you can buy domain, you can host your website on Hostinger. So, very quickly, what is WordPress? WordPress is the leading website creation tool worldwide, powering over half of the web's content. Now, this is an updated information based on April 24, 2024. However, with numerous website building platforms available, including simple website builders, newcomers might need help deciding whether to use WordPress or other solutions. I think I've already stated that earlier. Now, if you want to learn WordPress, this article will help you get started. We'll delve into what is WordPress and what makes it popular. Plus, we'll briefly discuss how to utilize it, from securing a managed WordPress hosting account and a domain name to installing themes and plugins. So, I'll drop a link to this website on the platform so that you can go over it, take your time to read it. I share every knowledge available out there. The more you know, the better you become. So please feel free to read this. Feel free to check out whatever is available here. And feel free to also implement what you'll be learning in this class. Alright. Now let's get into how we'll build our website, what to do, and everything that entails building the website that we have on our Figma, that is this website. All right, let's take a break here, think over what we've learned, and then we'll continue. All right, going forward now, one of the things that we should understand is there are different platforms that can be used to build website, but we are focusing on WordPress. So without wasting any time that we have to do this, let's get started into what to do to start designing. So the first software we'll be working on today is the Local Flywheel software. This is a very interesting platform. The reason being that apart from this, there are other ways you can build your website. You can install XAMPP and this other one, I've forgotten them. That way, when you install that, you can also build your website using that those software. Now, what this does for us is that we are able to build even offline, like without your data, as far as you have successfully created your website here. So now let's get started with this particular local flywheel. Before I create a new website, if you want to get this downloaded, what you need to do is go to Chrome. Yeah, go to Chrome, um type in local flywheel and search. Now when you go to local flywheel and search, you'll be able to this is the search result I have here. I'm going to click on this, and we are brought here. This is the platform we'll be using. So you are going to download it. Click on download. I already downloaded mine, so I'm not going to repeat the download process here. Download for free, and when you are done installing, you can open. Now a quick run through about what this holds for us: automatic WordPress installation, live links, advanced development features, one-click admin, local connect, a collection of pre-launch tools, magic sync, cloud backups, and quite a number of persons make use of this platform. So now let's go to local and set up things there. Yeah, I already came here. I'm going to create a new website. You can decide to create from a blueprint. That is, uh if you're ready to start with pre-stored elements and plugins, but I'm creating from scratch. So continue, and I'm going to call my website ports logistics website. That's the name. um Everything is okay here. Continue. I'm going to choose custom. You can choose preferred, but there's a setting I you can choose preferred, you get, but I'm going to be working with a custom PHP and my SQL database. So I will work with 8.1.23. I'm going to select engines, and I'm going to select this my SQL database 8.0.16. That's what I'll be using. All right. So what do we want to do next? We want to create the website we want to build. Continue. My password is this. All right. Every other thing remains the same. This is what I'm using as my password. Port logistics website. Add site, and this is going to take some time. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is requesting permission from me, administrative privileges. I'm going to allow, and it will continue setting up everything it has to do with this website. All right, interestingly, this went well, and as you can see, live and direct, we are able to make progress. So what do we do next now? What to do next is you come here, you click on WP admin. But before we do that, let me show you how this works. So I'm going to close this now. I will close this and open it again so you can see how it works. All right, so I'm stopping the site now. Okay, closing. All right, so I'll open it again now. The reason why I had to close it and want to open it again is to see how everything will work. Now, I might not be able to capture every single detail at this moment and in this one class, but updates will be made when necessary. That's one, and I'll do my best to ensure that okay, we cover as large a volume of information and needed ideology and the how to as possible. Okay, so we are back now. As you can see now, there is nothing here. I've not opened any website. So this is the site we created, and we are going to start the site. Normally, even if you do not start the site and you open your WP admin, it automatically starts the application ready to start developing. So it is at this point all the PHP, the SQL, the server needed by either a local deployment or development process or a an online development process are provided for you here. So we'll go to WP admin and open up our website. Let's see. Okay, so we are spinning up the website now. This is what you have. So just continue to site, and it's going to ask you for the username that you entered earlier when you were creating the website, and the password also. So I'm going to type the password here, and I'll click on remember me because I don't want to go through the process of trying to remember what I used. There are many websites to work with. Now try and log in, and we are going to see where it is going to take us. And this is it, guys. I'm so excited, and I hope you guys are also excited to see this, or I'm going to save this. Now we are about to deep dive, like really really deep dive. Let me make my voice more deeper, like deeper, deep dive. Okay, this is the dashboard of WordPress, our freshly spinned up WordPress website. You can see it here. Now on a default, there's something on your website you get, and this is what it looks like. I'll show you how this is or why this is seen. If for instance you want to show anyone, which I'll teach you how to do that later on, you want to show anyone a website and you're like, oh, I started work on your website, so, and they're like, oh, I want to see what you've done so far. It is possible. If you want to show them at this point that you have started something already, this is what they will see. But we are going to change every of it to what we have here. Do you understand? What we have here is what we'll be building. I know I've repeated that over and over and over and over again. All right, so let's get back. Now, what we'll do is with this, we are going to go back to um, the dashboard, and on a regular, what we would have done is try and set everything up from scratch. But then over time, I have realized that this method I'm about to use will better explain things and why we need to do some things. Now, when you understand why we need to do some things during the course of designing, then when we do it from on scratch later in the future, it will not be hard to know why. You understand? So I will not do all the basic things I would have done on a website because I already know why I'm doing them. But you need to know why those things need to be done. However, let's just quickly explore what we have on this uh, WordPress platform and the sidebar. So, starting from the beginning, this is something about WordPress. If you click on it, we are going to explain everything. It's taking you to the about page of WordPress, and this is to tell you that we are working with the present version of WordPress 6.5.3. And from here you can read about WordPress. That's why it is the about page. You can read everything you need to read about WordPress. You can check out the credit, the freedoms, privacy, get involved. I mean, take your time to read it. And from here, let me chip this in. By interacting with this, you would notice something already, that the major colors WordPress work with is blue and black. Now, I'm going to teach you as a designer that I am, as a creative that I am, and I'm hoping that what I'm about to teach and the technique I'm going to be applying to teach will be very, very helpful for you as a newbie to understand, and also further bring perspective to senior designers that are going to have the privilege to listen or watch this video, take this class, or be a part of this community. I'm open to learning, but from my perspective as a designer, I'm going to be talking and helping us to say things according to what I've learned. Yeah. So, going on, although the dashboard now is majorly of black, neutral, right? However, however, uh, we can see that the next color from black is blue. Look at this dashboard. This sidebar menu is carrying a blue active state. Now, the inactive states are just white. I don't want to over. If you look at them, post, media, pages, they are all white. However, there's another thing during interaction, and when I mean interaction, it means when I'm carrying out an action on the product I'm using, because this platform is a digital product that helps us to build websites. You understand? Now, during interaction, and what kind of interaction? The interaction of hovering over this side menu. Hovering over these side menus, you'll see that the over state is blue. So from here, you can begin to understand how designs should look like. Recollect that in the previous class, we did something on style guide. Let me take us back there. And we said that we are going to create these 10 color guides for orange, the same for blue, the same for gray, the same for white. And why did we do that? You can take your time to go over that particular class. It's not lengthy, so you would gain a lot of value from it when you watch it. I said something that, let's take it that this orange 500 color, that is this color code now, is our default state color. Now, when we want to over, we would have to either choose this orange color, or we choose the 400 color, so that when our users, or when we ourselves are interacting and hovering over a button, take for instance now a button, it will be evident that I just placed my mouse, or yeah, my mouse over a button. So that is what we are talking about, and that is the essence of having to have a color style guide, a typographic text style guide, and a design system. Okay, going back, let's go back to our WordPress and continue what we were doing. um so we've seen the about. You can read a lot of things about these platforms. uh you're going to enjoy reading them. You can see that even externally to the dashboard that we are in on their website, what they have is blue. I'm stressing this because colors are very, very important. It helps in consistency. Look at it. My overstate is obvious that I have a more darker blue, and here it's a blue. It's a blue. All the tertiary icons are blue. The primary icons are blue. I have the black that they are working with, blue again, consistently across all the platforms. So if I over here, it's white all through. They are not using the blue. You understand? And you can see all of this. Guys, this is how to work as a designer. Define it. You want to work with an organization, get their brand document, their visual document. Get it. You need it. Don't start with a color and feel like, okay, this one is interesting. You want to work with this one. It's not going to make your work good. Having said that and established that, I'm sure that we are good to go now. So let's see update. These things this news checking update is not like it is important, but is necessary. Now you have the latest version of WordPress, that is 6.5.60 6.5.3 version. Now basic thing that I'm just going to do. uh okay, let's navigate through from the top. All right, so I'll go back to the dashboard. The post, I'm going to open in a new tab. The post is the particular section of this platform that allows you to create blog posts. We'll be looking at that later on. You can add new blog posts, you can add categories, you can add tags. Then the media part of this section is where you add images, videos, I think fonts and icons are only also going to be included on this platform. When we get there, you see how it will be used. Pages is where we create website pages for our platform. Okay, we have two pages currently. We have privacy page and sample page. So I'm going to go to the front page, the front end of our website now, and check out the sample page. Now this is what the sample page is like. This is an example page. It's different from a blog post because it will stay in one place and will show up in your site navigation. So from there, we can understand that when we create web pages, we are creating uh, pages that can be included in site navigation. Pages include home page, where about us, contact us, our services, our product page, our services page, our contact us page, our about us page, our sign in page, login page, forgot password page, um error page. These are pages. These are pages. We would create them as time goes on. However, I want to show you what you are seeing from the sample page here. So what to do is right click on edit and open in a new tab. I like opening my stuff in new tabs, so I'll do that more often. Now it's going to load up. Now you can take your time to read this and then get started. So this is the page builder that was used to build what you are seeing on this page. Now this is what we are saying on this page, this live page. Don't forget that where we came from is from the home page. This is the home page, right? We went into this sample page. Now on this sample page, it's the front end. This is what the world is saying outside. You cannot edit anything here. You cannot add, you cannot deduct, you can, no matter what you do, highlight it and delete it, nothing will happen. But on this page builder, you can do something. Let me use hello. Hello, distinguished. I'm going to update it. Now that is updated. I'll come back here. Let's reload. What we had here was I there. So let's reload it and see what we have. You can say hello distinguish. So it is what we do on the page builder page that reflects on the front end of that particular page. I hope that is well explained and understood. All right, we've seen pages. Now, okay, one more thing. You can delete. Let me close this. You can delete, trash it. You've trashed it. If you come to trash, you'll see it here. This is it. But this is all. You have the privacy page too. If you open the privacy page, you'll see it there also. What is inside the privacy page? If there is any information there, you'll see. So, this is what we have on the privacy page. Now, it's not here because it's not included here because it is not added to the menu or site navigation. And you can see that when we deleted the sample page, it is no longer appearing at the header. What we only have is this website. Do you understand? Now, earlier in the second class, we talked about structure. So let's see how this is structured now. This is a particular section. Then we have an image, and if you can see, look at it very well, you'll see that the color here is different from the color here. There's a slight brightness of this white different from this gray. And then this is one section. See, everything you're looking at are in blocks. This is a section, this particular line you're seeing content here, and then all of this you're seeing. Now this is taking us. Now this is going to make us go into what we call the laws of design. I would be taking us through that very soon, so watch out for that particular video. Now, when we are talking about structure will contain hierarchy. Hierarchy is essential because it helps us to place emphasis on different objects. Now, how do I mean? Take a look at what you are looking at on the screen now. What you are looking at on the screen is a combination of text, shapes, images. Do we have lines? We have icons. Do we have lines? No, yeah, we have lines. You understand? Good. Now, those are different elements. But even considering okay, let's focus on text alone for now. You would see that not all the texts are the same. I mean, all the texts are not written the same way. First off, this is a text that appears big. I mean, bigger than what you have here. Do you understand? Bigger than what you have here. And then also, we have a button. Now you have an image. Then going to another section or container now, you have another text higher again. And if you pay attention closely, it's as if this text is the same in size as this. That's hierarchy there. And you'll see that this text here, the paragraph text or the subtitle text, is lesser in size and is different in font type compared to the bigger text. You get it? Now, also looking at this, you'll discover that these are classified into like they are personal or individual blocks. They are not all congested, and you can see good spacing. Like I said, it is going to be a great benefit if we learn about the laws of UI. I'm going to drop materials on the platform, and I will also do uh, our own class for it. Now, going forward, this is also a particular section, So when you begin to understand the block model of website design, you'll be able to design better, you'll be able to develop better, you'll be able to deploy better. Don't forget those three words. And that's what we stand for. We design, we develop, and we deploy. Thank you. All right. So let's go back to checking out the various components or content of our side menus. Now, comment is that place you come to when where you see different comments giving regarding a post on a particular website. The administrator has administrative rights to access those comments, and in the comments like we have here, you can approve, you can reply, you can edit, you can delete. That's a power, let's flaunt a little bit. That's your power as an administrator. All right, I hope that made you smile a little bit. Let's get back to business now. Appearance will be coming here. You would work a lot with appearance. Now, it is under appearance that we have themes. Themes define how your website is structured at the front end. Now, this is the theme that we are working with at the moment. Let's activate this theme and we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, we've activated that. So let's delete all of these pages that we opened from the sideman. Now we've activated which theme is that? 2024. So let's reload this and it's going to change. So whatever theme you are working with will determine what and how your website will be presented. If I work with this 2022 theme and I activate it, um let's reload. This is what you have. So, and I'm sure that even if you want to go with this theme, like excuse me, no, if you want to go with this looks much more better even when you've not designed anything, like compared to this that we have currently. This looks much more better. In fact, you can go ahead and edit all of this and you are good. Just send it. I have a website and people are like, oh cool. However, we'll be doing much more. So at what point do we need these themes? Now, you only need to activate one thing. That's one. Number two, you can only activate a theme. So I'm going to click on theme details and I'll delete this 2023 theme. I'll delete this also. So we have just one thing alone. Yeah. So plugins. Let's explore plugins. We do not have any, but plugins are those assets that helps us to add additional functionalities to our website. We'll be checking them out, we'll be seeing them, and we'll be having a very, very, very cool time working with different plugins in the course of this design. Now, these are the user that are on this platform. I think currently I'm just the only one, but this is where you also add users. Maybe your client wants to be able to access the platform and it's like, okay, can I have access to what you're working on? Yes, you add user, collect their names, enter their email, add their first name. Okay, this is for the username. This is where you add their first name and last name, and then the website. If you have an external website, fine. If this is it, leave it, but I think it's just okay to leave it. And then this is their password. You can change this password or you can copy it and send to them, and then you add them. Do you understand? You can also send the user an email about their account, and you can change their role as a contributor, as an author, as an editor, as an administrator, as a subscriber. Choose the one that is good for you, but please apply wisdom and know what to assign them. Thank you. You add your user and you're good to go. All right. You can check out your profile here also. Now, under this profile, what we have under this profile, you can set up quite a number of things. You can change how your current scheme look like the visual appearance of your dashboard. let's change it to this. You can see that it has changed. If you come back to our dashboard and reload, it's going to change. You can change, permit me, and you can see that even the primary colors have changed. Now it is something like a purple, and then this color, I don't know the color. That is how to change the color scheme of your platform. You can change it to this. You can see now this has changed. Change it to this, change it to this. When you are done, come here and update profile. However, I'm going to stick with this, or maybe we should explore something. Oh, let's stick with this then. No, also you can enable keyboard shortcuts. If you've become conversant with WordPress, you can enable keyboard shortcut, but I'm going to leave it there. Language, you can choose your language, and I'm going to stay with this. Yeah, username, that is the username. You can add more data to these options, to this field input. You can add more data. This is the current website. We can change it later on. This is the URL. This is the URL of this website currently. If I copy this and paste it in a new browser, and click on enter, this is what you have, and it is opening up because it is currently installed locally on the system. Yeah. Okay, you can write a biography about yourself. You can update your picture, which you have to do on Gravatar. I'm not going to be doing any of that, but you can log in or sign up if you have an account. Sign up on Gravatar, and you are good to go. Let's go back. Now you can select a new password. You remember that when we wanted to log in on Local Flywheel some minutes back, we entered our username, which was Port Logistic website, and we added a password. Now if you want to change that password, you can do that here. Now I'm going to update this. I hope I do not create any harmful information here. Okay, fine. Please, it's essential to check through what you've done before you save, and you can't remember if you made any changes or not. So let's update profile, and then we go to tools, and you can see that the interface changed. The color blue is shouting. Yeah, it's different from the former blue. All right, let's go to tools. Let me close all of this, all of this, all of this. So tools, you can do a lot of things here. You can import, you can export, check site health, export personal data, do a lot of things, like really a lot of things. Settings, okay, fine. Do we have a site icon? Yes, we have it from Figma. Let me show you. Let's go back here. This is a site icon. This is what we'll be using as a site icon. You understand? So we have a site icon. Now apart from that, let's go back to WordPress now and see what WordPress is asking us. WordPress URL. I'm going to leave that. By the way, if you are trying to ask what is a URL, a URL is Universal Resource Locator. That is what the address you give to people to access you globally on the internet. Yeah. Or administrative email. Yeah, we leave that now. Membership. Now this is okay to be checked if you are running, let's say, a course platform. You want people to register, so you need to check this to register. But this is a business platform, a company website, so I think we can leave it like that. Now you can make a decision here to give a new user a default role. If it were to be a learning platform, you would use subscriber, you understand. But if you are assigning to some persons, maybe a team of persons you'll be working with, you can assign them different roles. Now let's change our time zone from here to Africa. So we are going to go up and do Lagos Lagos. Yeah, that's Lagos. And the date format, May 21, 2024. I think that is okay by me. Time format, let me do this. You can leave it Sunday, Monday. When does your week start? Make week starts on Monday. Save changes. That is on the general. Now let's go to the writing page. I said I was not going to do some things because I want you to see why we are doing those things. I'm sure that on this general page you understand why we did the things we just the changes we just made. These are normal changes. Now when it comes to writing, I'm not going to change anything here. Get Let's check out reading. Now I'm not going to change anything here yet also. Let's check out discussion. I'm not changing anything. As time goes on, what needs to be done, I will do them. And I'm going to bring us back here. So I think on reading, there is a particular thing I need us to do, but we can't do it at the moment. So the blog posts, you can decide how many blog posts you want to show at a time. Yeah. Uh, but I'm just going to leave it. When we create pages, we'll come back here and see a lot of things. All right. I think with media, do we have anything in media? Okay, we are going to leave this for now. Also, permalinks. Uh, I would not change this now, although the permalink is correct. The default permalink selected is okay, it's good, but we are not going to change anything. Privacy page, we are not going to do anything here also. Now let's get started in design process. So we'll take a break and then we'll come back. Okay, so welcome back. You recollect that earlier on talked about appearance, and I explained that appearance is where you change themes. And what are themes? Themes are practically uh, what control how your website is seen at the front end. Now, there are many themes that we can work with, right? So I will not continue with this 2024 theme version, although as you can see that it is the active theme. We'll be working with another theme, and globally, we have persons who have worked with WordPress. Remember, we saw earlier that WordPress is an open source platform, so people keep contributing to ensure that the platform becomes better and is more powerful. Let me take us back in time. I think about maybe a long time back. I don't want to be exact because I can't say the exact year, but a long time back, I was trying to navigate WordPress, and honestly, it was stressful, very very stressful. I could not understand what I was looking at. It was like, okay, they say we use it to build website, but I cannot figure out anything. It was very complicated. However, WordPress has continually transformed to become something that is very intuitive, very interesting to work with, very beautiful to work with, and even helps your user experience to be sleek. So, we have many themes on the WordPress platform all across from the globe. So we are going to be looking at it now. And how do you do that? On this theme page, right? We deleted two themes earlier, so we have only one now. But we are going to go to add new theme so that we can explore a variety of themes that we can work with. Don't forget, I think this explanation is going to help you. Themes control how you want your website to be seen, or how your website will be seen at the front end. So with this explanation, this is going to guide whatever thing I want to work with. Also, it's going to guide the decision to know which theme I want to utilize or install. So take for instance now, I want to build um, a blog website, a blogging website where what we just want to keep reading is news and news and news and news. You can see that this what I'm looking at here is good enough. You understand? Is good enough. If I want to build a news platform, this is good enough. Like very okay to work with. I can install this and start navigating my way around it. Why? Because it is structured for news. Do you understand? And that is how it is. So depending on what you want to build, you can choose your theme. Choose your theme. There are some themes that are for learning, themes that are for business, themes that are for e-commerce, themes that are for medicals. It depends on you. It depends on you. So, what theme are we going to be working on? I'll be working with the Astra theme. Uh, so you can check it out how it is going to look. Look at it. This is how this theme is. So even if I do not add more functionalities to this, and you just want to make somebody have an idea of, oh, I have a website, you can just come here, change the content of all the things that are here, and you're good to go. So let's install it and go on to the next phase. It's installing, and while it is installing, just bring out your music box and start playing one song to enjoy your life. Once we are done installing, we'll go back to the themes page. Now, I stated earlier that we would not need internet to build when we are working with local. Yeah, I stated that. However, there are some things that you just need to get your internet on so you can access them. Those things like this thing, the plugins, you need your internet on to access them. But once you've installed them and activated them, you can switch off your internet and you're good to go. Yep. Let's activate it. And you can see now that it is activated. And why we activated this was deactivated. So I'm going to go into this also and delete it. Now, you might be asking, why are you deleting these things? Can't you just leave them? Now, the more they are there, the more they are a part of your website. So since they are not needed, we can do away with them, right? At least that will help our website to be less occupied with different things, most especially things that are not even needed anymore. So let's say the website, let's say the front page. This is the front page, and you are seeing the hello post. If I click on this, it's the hello post you are going to see. However, let me see something. Okay. If we go to the pages, let's see now. You remember that we have not created any page, right? So we are going to check it out now. We are done with the themes, right? We are through with installing Astra theme. Let's go to customize. We'll go to menus, but let's even check menus first because I want to do something. Okay. this is the menu page of this theme. However, we do not have any menu yet. You get it? So we are not doing anything for now. Let's go to customize. Now, here we would have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Like really, really. Now, don't forget that in Figma, our course. Now, don't forget that in Figma, we identified our fonts to be Mona Sans, and you can remember that we created style guide for it. This is 60. I think let's just give it H1 bold. Yep. This one also paragraph text middle or regular. Yep. Let's give it regular. Okay, medium. And we have our font also Mona Sans. Let's give it semi bold also. Cool. Now this is not the time to be this is not the time to be adjusting things. But I just wanted you to understand that our font, our typography is basically Mona Sans. And now you can begin to see why the things we did in the classes before this particular course was necessary. Because now we do not have to be asking or going through uh the design and trying to find out what is it. We already defined everything we want here from this typography style guide. Now what we'll do next is let's go back to uh the website and see what we can set up here. So now base font, we are going to see if we can have Mona Sans. Now if we can have Mona Sans, we'll see now Mona Sans. So we do not have Mona Sans, right? We do not have it. So uh, I hope you can see what I'm doing. So we do not have Mona Sans. But when you highlight over this font, you can see how they will look like. If you click on Montserrat, finish, let it finish loading, you see how it will appear. You understand? However, what we want to work with is Mona Sans, and that is going to be a big thing for us to figure out how to get it done here. Um, no, we do not have. So I'm going to go back. While we are coming back to typography, let's check out colors. We already defined our colors, right? So without stress, let's go to Figma. Let's go to Figma. Okay, let me quickly explain this. Now, what this is saying is this: you have two colors here. This is the color that is active, right? This is the color that is active, and you can see from here that when I choose different styles, we have different colors. Especially, you can tell from the background, and you can tell from the color of this text also. Now, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it because this accessibility is poor, but um when I hover on this, there's a slight change in the color. Now let's help ourselves out, right? We are going to change this style. This is what we are doing, but we can change it. And how are you going to change it? You already know what your primary color is. So from here, you have to enter a color. What do? You go to Figma. That's how it works. Go to Figma, go and copy it there. You know what your primary color is, so just come here, select it. This is our primary color. Copy the color code here, Ctrl C, come back to Chrome and your website builder, paste it there, paste it there. Are you saying that it is changing already? I was saying that when you over any of this, it was changing. You can see that there is an interaction. Now, this secondary color that is being displayed is this second blue here. So we are going to change it, and you will see that when we change that here, it affected what is here. So that is how to change colors for your thing, the abstract thing. Now, for different things, you would have to uh familiarize yourself with how it should be done. But this is for abstracting. So I'm going to choose a secondary color now, and for the secondary color I'm going to choose the orange 600. The orange 600. Come here, paste it here. Yeah, so you can see that when I over it, there's a deeper color, like a darker color, compared to when I do not over it, when it is alone. And you can choose to go for a more darker color. You have your style guide for you to work with, but I'm good with this. All right, now text color. I'm going to go to Figma and see what text color I should work with. But I think I will work with the 800. Okay, 900. Now let me state this: avoid using extreme black and white colors. Please avoid it. It is not good for the eyesight. So as a designer, you want to design for the comfort of your users as much as you are factoring in functionality. So a good designer must be balanced in the world of UI and UX. Please don't just focus on aesthetic, focus on functionality, focus on the experience also, not just the visual aspect of it. So I'm copying this 36 36 36. That's easy to know. Let's come back to WordPress and work there. For text, body text, I'm going to do body text to be 36 36 36. Yeah, and for the headline, I'm not going to do anything for the headline for now, because you will see from here that what we have here is different colors for different headlines. Do you understand? We have white, we have black, we have black, we have black, we have white. So let's just leave it neutral as it is. We can change it when we get to that point. All right, so background, I'm going to use a white from the design system, but that is the topmost white. Yeah, FD. So I'm not using FFFFF, and I'm not using FEFEFE. I'm using FD. So come back here and do the needful side background, and you see that it is going to change. Pay attention to this area, please. Pay attention to this region. Paste. You see what we have here. So it's looking as though it is still sharp, but let's compare with extreme white. You see the difference. This is too harsh. It's too harsh. So even if I want to go a little bit lower than this, I can consider doing FC. Yeah, this is better. You understand? It's cooler to the eyes, and the good contrast with the black. None of them are shouting, and none of them are harmful to the eyes. Okay, now what you want to do, you want to publish. So publish. That is about colors. You can do a lot of things on other places. I'm going to stick to the 1200 container size. and I'm going to tell you why in a jiffy. I'm sticking to the 1200 container width size, and I'm not doing anything here, so you can just continue like that. But it is good to go over it and have an idea of what is happening. So what kind of button do we want to work with here? Let's check what we have in Figma. Now, do you see how your Figma and your WordPress development are going hand in hand? So it is very essential. I mean that you have a good knowledge of Figma, how to work with Figma, how to design with Figma, how to interact with Figma, how to prototype with Figma, how to present your work with Figma. Figma is essential. Now, if you are not a Figma user, you can use Adobe XD, but we are working with Figma for this. The duration of this course, our design is on Figma, and the design was made by made available by Design Cinch. Yeah, thank you. We want to check the kind of button that we are working with, right? So let's check it out. So we are working with a button that has rounded edges. And what is the rounded radius? The corner radius is 4 all side, and that's why you can see that it is not extremely sharp. If I turn this to 0, uh, you can see that it is sharp. So that is how we know, and it is consistent across all the buttons all around. Rounded edge and the corner radius is 4. The same apply here, the same apply here. Yeah, also you can also see that the input field has a corner radius also, and this input field has a corner radius of 6. All right, let's get back to Chrome and do what we need to do. We already know the kind of button we want to work with, so we are working with this type of button. It has a corner radius. It is a rounded edged button. Now, setting up it or also on Figma, you can check out what the padding is like, right? So on Figma, the padding is like 19. I'm going to correct that to be 20. Okay. The padding on Figma, the padding is like 19. You can see it here, the top vertical padding and the horizontal padding. So I'm going to give this 12, 12, um, give this 24, or let's say 20. Yeah, so that is okay. So now that we have let me change this to 8. Now what is this? Now that we have the values for our horizontal padding and our vertical padding, we'll now insert it into the buttons on WordPress. So it's asking for horizontal padding. So you can do 10, 10, and left we do our left was, so we do 12, 12. But then when we begin to make use of buttons, we'll discover that there might be need to change. So let's keep watching. Now, what's the border radius we had earlier? It was 4. So click on this link icon and attach all the values together. Yeah, so that's all we're working with. Now, secondary button is going to be this. Secondary button will be this, and we'll replicate the same thing for it. For okay, let's publish. That is that. Then we are going to scroll to top. I'm not going to activate it, but it's usually here, so I'm going to switch it off. I do not need to do that. Accessibility, yes, make it accessible. what other thing do we need to do here? Okay, so for now, would keep up with that. Um, what else? What else? Let's go on with the development process, and then when we are done, we would come back. So now, having done this, let's fix this. Let's fix this. We are going to need a site icon. Now, what's a site icon? Is usually that icon at the top of your browser tab. Like you have this W icon for WordPress. We want to have a site icon for our website also. So I would like to select a website, but let me see this site title and logo settings. So here I'm going to switch this off. I don't need this, and you see uh primary menu. We don't have any menu yet, right? So we are going to come back to this later on. um Site title and logo. Let's select the logo. So I'll just go to my folder in my PC and go and bring in uh, the site icon I want to work with. So this is the company logo. It's going to display. Yeah. So let's rename this sports website logo. Copy, paste here. It's a good practice to always have an alternate text for any of your images. And I also used to add description. So I'm going to skip cropping, and yep, this is what we have. Now it's going to display here, as you can see, coming out well, right? So you can reduce the logo. Usually this is what is going to happen, and I needed to show you this. It is very, very needed that I show you this and you see how it will work. So we are going to reset this and leave it for now, while we make adjustments on it at a later time. Do you understand? Now I don't want this text, so what are you going to do? You can click on this to edit it. So uh I'm going to remove the site title from here. I do not need it, and you can see that that has gone from that place. It's no longer there. Then also, that's about the logo. Then we want to add a site icon. A site icon is very, very essential too. So which was what we wanted to even import initially. um Importing the site icon on, yeah, select it, and as you can see, skip cropping, uh publish. Do you see that it has changed here? Wow, looking great, like really, really great. So let me check one more time and see if there's anything I need to do. Now your primary menu will be here. We'll look at this later on in the future, but let's just see something. If we are going to see what we've worked with so far, so you can see that the buttons we customized earlier, uh we are not yet done with it. So let's go back to buttons and check out the design. Okay, we did not do that. So you can see that the border radius is 40. We'll just give it 4. We'll give it 4. Now you can see that. Now the text color is going to pick it from our design system already, and you already see that we are beginning to mention design system here also. this is going to be what is going to be at the default state, and the second color is at the over state. Can you see? At the overstate. So at the overstate, I want it to also be white, but the background color should be this at the default state and this at the overstate. So now let's say you will see the changes when we interact with it. You can see from the light orange to a darker color. That is how it works. Remember our padding, right? 12, no, 20. Now if it is too big, you can reduce it to be 10, 10, 10, 10, but that's too small. So you can go as high as 16, 16. Then for you, I'm going to do 32, 32. Yeah, that's better. And you can publish. Now you have an idea of how the button will look like, but for now I'm going to remove it from here. So go back. Now there are a lot of things that I'm doing, so you might need to take your time to understand what we are working on. Do you understand? Please take your time to understand what we're working on. But basically, we've talked on the colors. You go to global, from customize, go to global, you can change your colors there. That is what we've done here. Then also, we deactivated some scroll tabs. We worked on our buttons, you understand. Then we went to site identity, where we created and added our site icon. Also, we worked on the site logos, which is just one, of course, so it should be site logo. We check this out. So the best way is it should be like this. Now we remove the site title or tagline. We removed it from there. This is the site title. You understand? We removed it so that we can have a very good uh design. Then we will be looking at the responsiveness later on, but just to give us a hint of what we are to be looking at in the future, uh this is how the website will look when it is on an iPad. You can see the hamburger menu here. Assuming we have our menus here, that's what we have there when we toggle on that hamburger. And then for mobile view, you can see that this is what it is like. Okay, so but let's go back to the web view, and then from there we can publish. We'll publish, so to save all the changes that we've implemented. And you can see that we have started already building this website. So remember what we said appearance are, right? Appearance are what determines or themes, rather, themes are what determine how our front end or how the website will look like outside. That's themes for you. So now we want to build, right? So let's build our first page. Now I'm going to create a home page, and I've clicked on add new page. That's how to create a new page. I think I showed us earlier on. So click on add new page, and then here we are going to add a site title, a page title, and I'm going to call this home. Now don't forget that we changed our font earlier to Montserrat, so it is affecting how it appears here. You understand? So let's do home. That's what I'm going to call it because it's the home page. I'll come here and publish immediately. It's publishing. Now let's check it out. This is the home page, right? This is the home page that we created, right? Now I want to be able to see it on the platform, like at the front end. Now I'm going to go back to settings now. I told us I'm going to be showing us why what we are doing is what we are doing. Now look at it. Currently what we have here is home, right? Home. That's because this is a page. But I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to change the site title to be port logistics company, right? And as you can see that as I was typing this was being changed also. You understand? As I was typing, this was being changed also. You'll see also how the change will be reflected on all these tabs name. So that is that. Let's say best logistics company in Africa. Yeah, because we are going global. And save that. Now let's reload this page. All right. Notice what is here now. So when you reload, is now referring this home page to be the home page of this particular website. Isn't that beautiful? That's very, very awesome. Now writing also, remember we did not do anything under writing earlier. So um we did not do anything under reading. Now I want my home page to be the page I've created for home. So I'm changing it from my latest post to a static page, and I'm defining the page that it should call the home page. So I'm going to save changes now, and we will now see the changes that is reflected on this. Now you realize that it is no longer home before this, but this is now the home page. This is now the home page of uh, our website. So having done that, we now want to build, right? We want to build. We want to build. You don't mind me? Okay. Let's go back. We have seen how we have successfully navigated from the beginning up to this moment. Now let's go on. Let's go back to pages now. I'm going to click on the home page because I want to edit it, right? I'm going to click on it, and this is the page builder. Now this is a type of page builder. Let's see. uh this page builder is called the Gutenberg page builder. And if I want to create a heading, I'll select it and say this is first heading. Let's update. Let's refresh. You see that we can keep building like that. Then when we want to add a paragraph now, let's add a paragraph. Let me copy some sentences here and then paste here. Then let's assume that I want to duplicate this. Yeah, and then I'll bring it down here. Okay, yeah, bring it down here, and you can see. Let's create another paragraph. Create again, paste again. That is how to do that is how to build your web element within this Gutenberg website builder. Now it is Okay, to learn how to work with all of this, if I want to make this bold, I'll make this bold. If for instance this is I want to just italize this, I'll make it into italic. If I want to underline all of these, I will underline. Let me see. I'm supposed to have an underline option. Okay, let's strike through. Yeah, if I want to convert this to a link, I'll convert it, enter the URL here. Let's do google.com www, and you press enter. Yeah, so now let's reload all of this. We've already created heading. Let's increase this heading size to be the biggest size. Let's create one more heading, duplicate, and then bring it down above this paragraph. Yeah, let's make this medium, and then probably maybe we should add a line separator. So that's a separator. Can change it like that, then bring it before this heading. Let's add something else, or go let's add a spacer. You might be asking, how do I know all of this? Well, it comes with practice and practice, and you can reduce the space, you can increase it. So I just want us to have something solid enough to be able to see when we go to the live page. So now let's reload, and you can see you're having your WordPress website already. All right, we'll stop here, and in the next class we'll start navigating. We'll navigate through how to build with other page builders, and from there we'll venturing into the development of the landing page that we have on Figma. So till I see you in the next class, be good.